Mastering limits is essential for achieving clarity and precision in prompt engineering. Constraints are one of the most powerful tools you have. When AI outputs wander, becomes wordy, or lose focus, it's almost always because the prompt never established clear boundaries. Limits define what to avoid, how far to go, and where the edges of your task lie. When you set them intentionally, you transform vague requests into precise, actionable results. Limits are about defining boundaries, controlling scope, and sharpening focus so the AI stays aligned with your goals. Instead of letting the model generate whatever it wants, constraints help it remain disciplined and purposeful. Limits are not restrictions. They are tools of precision. They transform wandering outputs into reliable, repeatable results. In this lesson, we will explore 6 types of limits that will revolutionize how you engineer prompts for clarity, compliance, and professional impact. There are 6 categories of limits that dramatically improve output quality. The first is what to avoid. These limits tell the model what not to include: cliches, repetition, or inappropriate content to instantly sharpen your results. The second is compliance. These limits ensure the output stays within legal, ethical, and procedural standards, especially in regulated industries. The third is boundaries. Boundaries define what's inside the task and what's outside, the scope, angle, and direction the model should follow. The fourth is word constraints. These control the output length so it matches your intended medium, such as marketing copy, summaries, or executive briefs. The fifth is no fluff rules. These keep responses tight and direct by removing filler language and unnecessary explanations. And the sixth is accuracy checks. These instruct the model to verify reasoning, check for contradictions, and ensure consistency before finalizing the output. The simplest form of limits tells the model what not to include. By defining exclusions, you immediately protect the clarity and professionalism of your result. Examples include: avoid cliches and overused phrases, avoid overly academic or technical language, avoid repeating the same idea, avoid adding fictional or speculative details. These exclusions remove noise, keep outputs grounded, and make the response more useful and professional. In business, government, education, and regulated industries, compliance limits are non-negotiable. These constraints ensure that outputs align with legal, ethical, and organizational standards. Essential compliance limits include: do not provide financial, legal, or medical advice, do not include protected health information, do not speculate about diagnoses or treatments, do not use discriminatory or offensive language, do not share proprietary or confidential information. These boundaries keep outputs safe, professional, and aligned with risk management standards. Boundaries prevent the model from drifting into irrelevant territory. They define what is inside your task and what lies beyond its edges. Examples include focus-only boundaries, such as concentrating on benefits but not features, or beginners rather than experts. Time constraints, such as discussing only the last 6 months or focusing on 2024 data. Audience angle boundaries, defining who the content should be written for: executives, technical practitioners, or general consumers. And contextual limits, such as staying within budget constraints or addressing only direct competitors. These boundaries keep outputs focused and actionable. Word constraints control both length and density. These limits are essential when space matters, such as in marketing copy, product descriptions, executive summaries, or social media posts. Examples include: write no more than 75 words. Keep this section under 3 sentences. Produce a 100-word summary. Generate a 500-word blog post. No fluff rules, on the other hand, keep outputs sharp and direct. They eliminate filler language, repeated ideas, and unnecessary introductions. Examples include: be concise, remove filler language, do not restate the prompt, avoid unnecessary introductions, get straight to the point. Accuracy checks instruct the model to inspect its own reasoning before delivering the final output. This step improves reliability and helps prevent sloppy or contradictory responses. Accuracy checks include: check for internal contradictions. Ensure facts are consistent throughout the response. Verify logical order of steps or arguments. Align names, dates, and numbers correctly. These checks protect your credibility and ensure the deliverable meets professional standards. In this activity, your challenge is to take an AI output that rambles, stretches too long, or includes unnecessary detail, and fix it by adding limits to your prompt. Here are the steps to success. First, identify the problem. Is the output too long, too fluffy, too generic, or too broad? Second, choose the appropriate limits. You might select word constraints, no fluff rules, boundaries, accuracy checks, or exclusions. Third, re-engineer your prompt. Add the limits that directly correct the issues you identified. Fourth, test and iterate. Run the revised prompt and evaluate how the output improves. Practicing this process helps you diagnose output problems and apply precise constraints that produce cleaner, more disciplined results every time. Limits are tools of precision, not restrictions. They don't constrain creativity. They channel it toward the specific goals and requirements of your task. Limits also support reliability. Well-defined boundaries produce consistent, repeatable results you can trust and scale, and limits reinforce professionalism. Constraints eliminate wandering outputs and ensure every deliverable meets quality standards. By mastering limits, you transform vague AI responses into precise professional outputs. You will know exactly how to use exclusions, compliance rules, boundaries, word constraints, no fluff rules, and accuracy checks to achieve clarity and impact in every prompt you engineer. Remember this: limits are essential for achieving reliable, repeatable results. They are the difference between outputs that wander and outputs that deliver. Well-defined boundaries produce consistent, repeatable results you can trust and scale. And limits reinforce professionalism. Constraints eliminate wandering outputs and ensure every deliverable meets quality standards. By mastering limits, you transform vague AI responses into precise professional outputs. You will know exactly how to use exclusions, compliance rules, boundaries, word constraints, no fluff rules, and accuracy checks to achieve clarity and impact in every prompt you engineer. Remember this: limits are essential for achieving reliable, repeatable results. They are the difference between outputs that wander and outputs that deliver.